Welcome back to the channel, Farm with Nick. Thanks so much for joining me here again on Montana. And I'm just taking a trailer, I'm going to get past here. I'm taking it to the North Farm up to Snowcat, and I have to do some electing there. I'm actually going to bring those bales back down to the Copper Creek, and that way I have some ready to go. I can put them in the mixing wagon ready for the cattle. So that's my plan. I also have some cattle feeding to do. Need to till up a field as well, and then actually start with my second cutting up at Snowcap. So thanks for joining me here as I kind of get underway with all of those tasks here. Alright, I don't think oh, that person is still behind me. Still blocking their view. Alright, I can kind of just pull over a little bit in there. Let them go. So at Snowcap, I did the two grass fields that are up here. One I did hay, and the other I did silage. So it is ready to go again, actually, and I want to do that as well. So I want to get that all kind of going underway. Alright, so I don't think, oops, and of course I just cut that person off. How nice of me. I don't think I have anything. I just want to double check. Alright, yeah, there's nothing over here. And this field is ready. Yep, ready to go. Alright. Not back in the pickup, and it's the far field. You can see all the silage bales over there. So I could keep them here, but I do have some off to the background over there on the left that I bought when I was actually setting up the farm. So these, and I need to feed the ones over at Copper Creek anyways. Alright, let's lift these up. Oops. Make it look more realistic here. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, like I said, all these are going over to the main farm. And I kind of like this idea of keeping... Whoa, it's gonna slide. Keeping the operations going on these smaller farms that'll kind of supplement the big farm, the main one. Alright, one out here. Can I get that other one? Sort of. Just do a little circle. And whee! I don't know if it's sliding because of the tongue weight on it, but it actually just, on the game, it just rained, so I don't know if it's, like, you know, getting some of that. It might. Alright, it looks like I am good to go here. Now before I take this to Copper Creek, I actually want to get some workers going on this farm. Alright, I don't want to be in their way, so I'm just going to pull off to the side here. Okay. So, I need to till this up. I don't even know if I have a tiller here. I thought I did. And then I want to get these hay fields going again with my second cutting. Alright, so where am I going? Let's grab a tractor here. plow first. I think I've stored one on this farm. In this far barn over here. Yes. Sometimes, and I know it's like, oh, it's so obvious. All your equipment is, but when you're playing on like a couple playthroughs, one at the same time, and then also like doing all these builds that are going on at the same time, and then I'm placing equipment down, it is so easy to forget where everything is. And I know it seems kind of silly, but it is very, very true. I'm probably off a little bit if I put the GPS on. Tilt some of this up a little bit. Some rocks. So yeah, I did turn rocks off on this playthrough. I know it can damage your yield, or not your yield, but can damage your equipment a little more, taking a toll on it. But honestly, even I think I have the gameplay mod. I don't know if you're playing with it, the advanced vehicle mod. So like I'd have to do maintenance a little more on my equipment. I mean, when's the last time you even, I can't remember when I had to fill up a tractor, for example. You know, like the fuel consumption. I should probably put that higher too, because I feel like, you know, servicing, I mean, stuff can break down whenever. Even a new vehicle, new tractor, equipment can always go south. But yeah, even fuel. I can't remember the last time I've even done that on Farm Sim. I feel like that's been a while since I've even had to do something like that. So yeah, kind of changing some of those settings to make it a little more real. It's not a bad thing. Alright, get the turn here. I do like this this plow here. But yeah, I left the rocks on. Am I going to collect them? No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave them and then plant over them again. But yeah, those would be damaging my blade here for sure. Alright, I'm just going to loop back up to the pickup here, and then I want to get another tractor and get the fields at least cut. I don't know if I'll have time to tet them and rake them, all that good stuff, you know. But I need to keep making more hay. I need to keep making a lot more silage. And that silage over there, that's a good amount. But is it gonna, you know, last me that long? Probably not. And especially with the amount of cattle that I'd love to get to on this playthrough. And, you know, short of just cheating at all the cattle and calling it good, you know, might not happen. But you never know. But you can see I do have some silage, some hay up there, so feeling pretty good. And then I'll probably just throw something in this field as well. Could even just throw in some of the cover crop in here, but we'll see. Yeah, the animation's pretty cool on this plow. Alright, almost there. Let's set it on the worker here. Alright, there we go. Got one pass. Alright, let's set them off and running. Okay. And let's get a mower out. my motors are over there. Yep, I see one. Let's go get in the tractor here. I think I have just the Fords here. If I'm not mistaken. Alright. So I think I have a couple mowers here. Could just set both of them up and have the worker cut both of them. Why not? Get it there. Oop, there we go. Alright. So this one, I'm just going to set on the small field here by the sheep. I would like to do this one, but I got other stuff I gotta take care of. So we'll let them go. And I think this is my only other tractor here. Let's look. Combine. Yeah, it's car. Yeah, it looks like this is it. Okay. That's fine. So let's hop over. So we got all three tractors working here on snowcap, so that's good. At least I have three over here where I can do all that. This might be a little bit too big for this one, but oh, didn't give it to me. There we go. But I want to get both of these cut again, so. Alright, that other worker's off and running. Looks pretty good over there. Getting their head limping. And get this one going over here. And then let's go to Copper Creek. And then also to Bison Ridge on this episode. So a lot to kind of get to here. I'm not popping wheelies here on the road. Alright, and I usually set the worker up like this to start on the field, but I know they turn around all the time. What they like to do. Alright. Yep, see, they like to go opposite. I don't know why. They do. Like every single time. And it's like, you know, depends, I don't know, on the area. I don't know if it's map dependent. I don't think it is. I just think they just do it. That's just how the AI works, but it's okay. Alright, let's take this down. Now I have a bunch of straw over at the main farm. Now I just need some hay there, actually. So I have hay bales ready at Bison Ridge. So if you remember the last episode, I was kind of fussing around with the John Deere silage wrapper and completely just kind of, you know, botching half of those bales, but some of them I did get, and they are silage. So I need to get some of the other hay bales. I need to pick up those as well. Now these ones on the trailer are still fermenting, so they're not completely ready yet, but I just decided, well, I'm going to move them, that way I can cut on that field again. But yeah, I can't use them right now anyways, but I'm going to set them off to the side and then take this to Bison Ridge. But before doing that, we do need to feed the main cattle at the barn there. Alright, so kind of a foggy foggy day on here. You can kind of see now we're here. Alright, you can see I have a bunch of straw, so that's perfect. And I think I'm going to loop around. Now, I don't own this field right here, but I think I'm just going to place my bales kind of right here alongside the field. Kind of like what I did over there, but let's place these just right here. All right. And then you can see this is the field to the right. That's the one I tilled up. We did 2 tractors, and then I got planting on that one. And you can see corn's already coming up pretty good. That looks good. All right, and where am I going? I think our feeding wagon is down here. Now I'm just gonna buy some feed, just because those silage bales are not ready. And of course I didn't bring any of the bales over from Snowcap that are ready. But it's just the cattle that need to be fed here anyway, so just to loop around here. I really do like having the chickens kind of loose like that. I think that looks good. Alright, so we're just going to shoot in some feed really quick. And I remember this too, because getting into the pen was really cool. Especially with the pig pen, it was neat how the ground was kind of wet and it was hard to drive into the pen. That was so cool. So I think it'll be fine getting into the cattle pen, but you never know. Yeah, I like having those chickens kind of loose and just run around. Guess I'm hitting half of them, but it's just neat to kind of have them kind of roaming like that. Yeah, see the ground's kind of deforming around it. That's so neat. I'm gonna make it up there. Maybe. There we go. Made it. Yeah, this is so cool to have like the trailer feeder out here and stuff. I love that. Such cool attention to detail and everything. So we're good here. And now I'm going to take the pickup, take the trailer. Let's go over to the last farm and collect those bales. And then I also, I wrote this down already too, need to feed the cattle over there as well. Some cows running. Like running in slow motion. You see that? That looks so funny. You see this? Wow, that looks really funny. Slow motion to get their feed. Oh, and then it's like they stop right before. And then there's more. I've never seen that before. Is that just my game? Or do they always do that? Huh. Okay. You never know. Something new, right? Now they're to the feeder. I don't know if that's just the game or glitch or something. I don't know. I guess I've never seen them run like super slow motion like that. Interesting. Alright, we'll just leave that there. But I just love this, how it has like a little milking parlor there. It has like your inside for the cattle to come in. And then you have like your regular part of the barn up top. It's just awesome. I like that. And I wish like even, some of like these, the cattle gates and the grate, like I wish all that could be like available, where you could kind of do your own kind of playthrough and build. And like, look at all the space up here. And I have not utilized any of it yet. I feel like there's a lot of potential. But you never know. Alright. And let's head to the last farm. I think, yeah, it's just straight down to the right. Alright, making good progress here. So also, I'm going to give you an update. I've been kind of playing around, and I don't know if you're using it. And I know there's a handful of animal mods out there. There's the realistic livestock, which gives you a lot of like extra detail. You can get into like the reproduction a lot more, which is really cool. And then there's a couple other ones I've been playing around with. One is like the animal, what is it called, vanilla edition. So it kind of changes the appearance. It actually makes the male animals look male, and the females like don't all have horns for cattle at least. But then there's like an enhanced animal mod as well that you can also use. Ooh, flying. So all of that stuff, I've been kind of playing around with all those ideas. This has got to be because of some of the rain. But I've been playing around with some of those animal mods. Now, with adding them, I noticed it kind of, changed some of my things on the map, kind of messed up a few things. So I haven't actually added it right now to this playthrough, but I have been kind of playing around with the idea of adding some of those mods. So, and some of them just look amazing when you kind of add that, what is it, vanilla edition, to actually have the male animals. Just looks great. Alright. Now this, I want to say these are hay. These have to be, right? Oops, I can't grab them. I want to say these are hay bales. Yes. Okay. So those should really go back to Copper Creek. And the other ones back there are grass. Yeah. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna unload these here. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna make that turn. So yeah, I need to take those back to the main farm. And then let's head back over here. Yeah, and that's a tight turn in there with this trailer. I'll do a loop around here. But I do need to feed this cattle barn as well. We're just gonna drive on the corn. Did I put? I must have put crop destruction on. I didn't think I did. Well, there you go. Something new, huh? It is on. Usually I play with it off. Oh, there you go. Lesson learned. Took out a couple rows. That's funny. Alright, so I'm back here. Now, I do not want to pick up the regular grass bales. And I can just set them off to the side, but I might as well grab these. And it looks like, is that weeds in here now? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, I have to come and tend to this field. That's kind of cool. Usually you don't see that on a lot of maps. I'll take that. That's cool. But yeah, there's the tractor that I use and played around with last episode. Whoosh. Learned my lesson there. Alright, let me get that grass one. There's only 2 more. I just want to keep these separated out here. And so I have those other grass ones, those 3 over there, I see. Because I'm pretty sure it'll pick up those. So yeah, not a lot for silage. And it looks pathetic, you know. Alright, where am I putting these? Let's just put them right here. Let's put them off to the side. That's good. Alright, let's get the grass ones off the field. There's nothing over there. Yep, okay. So really just a handful that messed up from me not knowing the right trigger there on the wrapper. And then same thing, I'm just going to set these off to the side. I think I can just feed these though to the sheep if I'm not mistaken. I believe I can. So let's go. I'm just going to put them over here actually. Just going to set this by the fence. Just going to set them there. Alright. And then, where am I at? These need to go to the other farm. There we go. And then I need to feed. Oops, I thought I went. Need to feed the cattle here, actually. Alright. Let's jump to one of the tractors. Let's get this one out of the field. And then we'll call it good here on this episode. We can check the other workers really quick at Snowcap, see how they're doing with their cut. And I like this wrapper after I figured out what I was doing wrong. I do like it. It was pretty easy, pretty fun to use. Alright. And what am I doing here? Do I have I think I have cases over here. And that's hooked up to, yes, the gravity wagon. I can see it there. So same thing, I do not have silage ready. And I have to just make more. I feel like it's I mean, if you're trying to feed the cattle, I just made it. If you're trying to feed the cattle and getting everything squared away, I mean, it does take a while to actually produce their feed. Oh, we've got little chicks there. Just running around. Let's just loop around here. Cut through this way. Okay, there's a train. That's cool. There it is. That's neat. Let's jump into the menu, just kind of glance. Where are they at? Oh, way up here. All right, looks like they're all starting to do their passes. That's good. And looks like they're starting to do their passes at 93. Then 92, looks like they're going vertical? No, they aren't. Okay, so they're doing their passes. 92 is probably like halfway done. So that's good. Alright, almost unloaded here. Perfect. Yeah, like the detail of like those fans and stuff. I love that in these barns. That one is so excited to have the food. Yay, we got fed. He remembered about us. That's fine. Alright, oh, I'm just gonna park at it. Let's go back this way. There we go. Off to the side. Alright, so let me take the pickup back. And we'll be all set here. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like, and yeah, they keep doing this on this map. I don't know why, but they're forgetting some of the rows there. Who knows? Other one does a little better. Yeah. Not too bad. Alright, I'm gonna grab the pickup and see how they're doing. Oh, that looks cool. And probably call it good there. So I'll take these back to the main farm, make some more later. All right, so I am back on the main farm, Copper Creek, and I am probably just going to set these off to the side and end it there. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you join the Farm and Thick community and follow this playthrough series along with others, and also feel free to check out my farm builds. So thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Take care.